Thank you, sir. Tim Ellis, Leland Waddell going to lead him to the green flag. Green flag's out. We are underway. A good start for Leland Waddell. Leland gets a jump off the outside, leads the field down into turn number 1. Looks like the 17 of Tim Ellis getting a push there right through the middle, Marcus. Heath Stewart, I hadn't been here in a month of Sundays, but I tell you what, the number 2 car is always fast every time I see him out here.
Yeah, he's been in the top 5 each and every week here in your NeSmith Street Stock. Don't count the 97 out. He started last week, out side by side with the 30 of Mayhew last week for the whole race, finished second.
Golly. And right now, we talked about him earlier. Look at the outside down the backstretch. That's a 22M. Anthony Gordon coming from dead last in the heat race, challenging for that 3rd position with Schulte in the 97. But the man with the plan right now, the 28 machine, Leland Waddell out front. Coming on to turn number 2, Anthony Gordon still on the outside, side by side, drag race down the backstretch, gets around Heath Stewart for second. Looking to the outside of Waddell as we come into turn number 3.
Anthony Gordon looking good on the high side, going to take the lead this time by 5 more laps to go in your heat race.
How about Anthony Gordon in 3 laps from last to first? We come all the way around everybody in this heat race, man.
And on the outside, where you think right now might be a little wet, a little slick, he's out there making it work. Even going a little higher that time, looking for some more dig.
Yeah, it went a little bit higher than I think maybe he wanted to, but when it got that bite, it really just came on around.
Still got a good battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Oh, as the 97 of Jeff Schulte gets it a little tight there in the middle of 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jeff had a couple spots. He'd gotten around Heath Stewart for 3rd, and Leland Waddell was challenging for 2nd. Waddell got back around, and Stewart got back around. Schulte back to 4th spot. I tell you what, though, man, Anthony Gordon got that thing on a rail right now. He is in his own time zone, and he is rolling around Bowl Speedway.
Still got a good battle. Oh, Jeff Schulte gonna loop it as we get 2 to go here. Schulte gathers it back up, but loses some ground to the 2 car of Heath Stewart.
Anthony Gordon with a straightaway advantage, which here at Cotton Bowl Speedway is a pretty long advantage on the straightaway. Coming to the white flag this time out of turn 4.
1 more to go. Double checker flag in your first heat race of the night. The 22M of Anthony Gordon, your heat race winner. 28 of Leland Waddell. Heath Stewart going to beat out in the 2, the 97 of Jeff Schulte, followed by the 11 of Tim Ellis and the 00 of Matthew Hawken. Lights are out. Green flag's in the air. We're underway. Brian Meredith going to take over that lead on the start of the race. Got a few car lengths of gap as they come off of turn number 4. Going to lead lap number 1. Randy Weatherford second, the 7 of Brian Kubiak, and the 9 of Tommy Gruhl. Brian Meredith is slowly opening up a gap there. Cross flags, 4 down, 4 to go. Not much of a battle except for 3rd. You got the 7 of Brian Kubiak in the 9, Atomic Girl, really the closest, if any, battle you want to call it on the track right now in your second NeSmith heat race. Gruel looking underneath that 7 of Kubiak as they go into turn number 1. Kubiak trying to fight back on that outside. Drives it in pretty deep there. Into turn number 3. Gets a little tight. Cuts the corner off. Still ahead of the 9 of Tommy Gruel at the line. Gruel got real tight entering turn number 1. Going to lose a half a car length to a car length. White flags out. 1 more to go for the 30 of Brian Meredith. Through turn 3, now into 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Your heat race number 2, NeSmith Street Stock winner, the 30 of Brian Meredith.
That's a big heat, 9 cars. Green flag's out, we're underway.
Brandon Pruitt out front by a good distance over the 10D of Don Painter. Chris Birmingham trying to take over 3rd.
Skipping some more.
The 551 of Gerald Henderson getting a little loose. Losing some ground.
Let me have him call you back right after this heat race. I can't hear you.
Pruitt still out front over the 10D of Don Painter.
On the video, skipping.
Cross flags, 4 down, 4 to go. Still the 25 of Brandon Pruitt out front, 10D of Don Painter. The C3 Chris Birmingham in the 6th of Vance Loudon. Rusty Head trying to make his way into 5th. That front duo tightening up as the 10D of Don Painter ever so slightly is chased down the 25 of Pruitt. Here comes Painter looking underneath. White flags out. Painter still right there behind Pruitt. Coming off of turn number 4, holding on to the win, the 25 of Brandon Pruitt.
Rusty Chambers, the 5R outside the front row. Dylan Tyndall, Taylor Florio, row number 2. Thomas Bennett, G.W. Egbert, George Egbert, Patrick White, and Tom Grothuse. Green flags out. We are underway. Burnett leads him down into turn number 1. Gonna have the lead coming out of turn number 2 as well. Gene Burnett gonna lead the field down the backstretch. Out of turn number 4, looks, oh, the 5R, Rusty Chambers goes all the way around. Everybody gets around him. We are gonna have a yellow, I'd be willing to bet. Nope, staying green. Rusty gets it fired back up. We are back underway. Still Gene Burnett out front. Taylor Florio, the young lady out of Copperas Cove now, looks to the inside coming out of turn number 4. Not gonna have enough. Gene Burnett still with the lead.
Great battle up front between the 43G of Gene Burnett and the 21T of Taylor Floyd. Here comes the 717 of GW Egbert to the inside.
Yeah, GW Egbert all the way from the outside of row number 3, now challenging Taylor Florio for that second spot. He'll make the move down out of turn number 4.
Florio with that high side grab, drives it in hard into turn number 1.
She's not letting him have it, Marcus. I tell you what, the young lady battling hard on the outside of the racetrack, a drag race down the backstretch into turn 3.
Yeah, he forced her out there. She's like, I'll take it. She's looking to take the lead from the 43G, this time by the line. Side by side, give it to Florio.
I'll give it to her at the stripe, Marcus. I'm with you. 4 down, 4 to go. We are halfway home in the heat race number 2. Taylor Florio now solidly in command down the backstretch.
Gene Burnett saw the outside work. He's going to go to the outside as the 717 of GW Egbert now goes to the inside.
I tell you what, G-Dub had to stay on the bottom, lost a little bit of momentum. The car got kind of sideways, but he's right underneath Gene again going into turn number 1. The high side seems to be the fast way around right now.
Yep, still some moisture left up there, but we got a lot of racing to do.
That's exactly right, we do, and I know the big sprint car tire is going to push that cushion way up against the wall.
Oh, the 86 of Tyndale going to get around in turn number 4. He keeps it going, we stay green.
Bad luck for Thomas Bennett. He's going to pull it down to the infield. White flag in the air this time by, ladies and gentlemen, the young lady out of Copperas Cove still sitting on top of it. Taylor Florio with the lead as we take the white flag. G-Dub with 2 more shots at it, make that 1. Didn't get the deal done out of turn number 2. I bet she's going to take it, Marcus. Looks like right now G-Dub down on the bottom of the racetrack. Here we go.
Drives it hard, gets it sideways.
Taylor Florio going to take the double checker flag. GWA we're going to be second. Then it was George White third, Gene Burnett fourth, and Tom Grothue is going to round out the top 5. Big Star Machine starting shotgun on the field. 9 cars, 8 laps.
Green flag, we're underway. Jerry Frederick going to slide up in front of the 48R, Ray McSpadden. Here comes the 8G of Greg Dinsmore.
3 wide down the backstretch, Marcus. Greg Dinsmore making big moves right now after starting 6th. He's already challenging for second.
Spillman got it in there, got it sideways, had to check up.
I tell you, you mentioned Spillman there for a second. There's a,
wheel hop on the 81 of Childress.
There's a whole lot of camber in that right front. I'm thinking AR might be broken, ball joint might be bad, something going on with that 44 machine.
Yeah, something's broke, it's rocking.
But leading the thing right now, Jerry Frederick sitting on top of it, Ray McSpadden in the second spot, Greg Dinsmore sitting in third, Jamie Campbell and Dylan Pike round out the top 5. Look at him going to the wall, buddy.
High side and handsome. That's where I want to be tonight.
Looks good right now. The cushion a little bit lower over in 1 and 2, but I tell you what, 3 and 4 is almost right up against the wall already.
But right now, looking pretty good. Out front, the 13 of Jerry Frederick. Oh, he got real tight in the center. Going to lose some ground. Here come the 48 and the 8.
Boy, Ray McSpadden, not a whole lot of experience behind the wheel of a modified, but I tell you what, he's challenging Frederick outside right now for the lead, and underneath him, a man with a whole lot of experience.
And there goes Sheet Metal. Sheet Metal off the 13G.
And now Dinsmore gets around McSpadden and Frederick. Dinsmore with the lead.
Caution does come out. No jokes there. On the throttle, on the bars, we're under green. Dylan Pike going to take over that second spot from Greg Dinsmore, following the tracks of the 48Rs. They go in high side, sideways.
Oh boy, McSpadden getting a little bit loose. Dylan Pike gets around Dinsmore. Dinsmore favoring the bottom. It's not really working out in 3 and 4. Down here on the other end though, 1 and 2, that's about the only place you can run right now with the cushion being so close to the bottom.
I can tell you 3 out of the top 4 have crates. Not sure about the 6 of Pike, but those guys are looking pretty good on the high side so far.
You can put all that power down on the racetrack when it slicks off like that. You don't have a whole lot to work with, and that really plays to your advantage on a racetrack like this.
Right now, it looks like the 6 of Dylan Pike real content to follow the 48R. Ray McSpadden as they come around. White flag. One more lap to go.
Ray McSpadden looking really good. The car very smooth through the middle of the corner. That's really the most important part of it. The transition there. You get set up for the exit. It looks really good down the backstretch. Here we go. Dylan Pike with one more shot at it. Into 3 out of 4. Double checker flags in the air. Ray McSpadden going to take the win. Dylan Pike second, Dinsmore third, then it's David Good Sr. and Jamie Campbell rounding out the top 5.
Lights are out. Scott Stubbs, James Cochran. Green, 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 we're underway.
And PJ Egbert to the very bottom of the racetrack immediately, and there comes Keith White. We're almost 4 wide on a turn number 2.
James Cochran still fighting to the outside of Keith White as they go into turn number 3. Keith White's going to drive it in, slide up, and take the lead off of turn number 4.
I tell you what, Digger was going bite, 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 and it finally did. He kept it out of the wall and held on the second spot. Keith White going to lead lap number 1. Digger sitting in that second spot again, very tight through the middle. Here comes PJ Egbert right through the gap. Sanderson gets around for third as well. Digger's car just really tight, Marcus, on the entry. It doesn't want to rotate whatsoever. Keith White still your leader as we come to complete lap number 3. PJ Egbert, second spot. Third, Rob Sanderson on the 141. Lonell Timmons Jr., fourth right now on the Ford machine. Big Mike McCarthy looking underneath Scott Stubbs for that 5th spot, Marcus. That's a good battle right now.
Mike's car got a lot of left rear, and he's trying to get it to rotate on that bottom side. Only place to really go is those guys are running the rim. Cross flags, 4 down, 4 to go is the 1J of James Cochran. Loops it in turn number 4, stalls it. Let's see if he can clear the track. He gets it refired. Wheel stay green. Good job by the 1J, James Cochran.
Very good job. Very good recovery for the young man in the 1J machine. Keith White, though, still your leader as we cross the line for the 5th time. 3 laps to go. But PJ Egbert right there behind him in the 707 machine. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Keith White once again riding the high side Digger. Really tight right to the middle of the corner. White gets underneath, coming out of 4. 2 to go this time by, Marcus.
Going to be coming to the white flag this time by. It's in the air. 1 more to go for the 1 car. Keith White.
Down the backstretch for the final time, Marcus. About 4 car lengths between first and second spot. PJ Egbert got 1 more shot at it, and I know he'll take it. Whether he's got it or not, he's going to try for it. But Keith White looking like he's going to take the win. Yes, double checker flags for the number 1 machine. Egbert comes across in second. Third spot going to go to Rob Sanderson on the 141. Fourth, I'm going Mike McCarthy.
I go with the 20 car too.
Mike McCarthy going to come across in 4th spot. The scoreboard says otherwise. We'll have to see what the transponders say. I don't know.
Nope, the scoreboard's got him because it's got the 202 behind the 4.
Well, all right then. John Pate on the outside of row 2. Scotty McDonald, shotgun on the field. Here we go. Heat race number 1 going green. And just like that, with a jump off the outside, Tommy Bryant goes to the top spot. Ray Allen Kohanic in second spot. Here comes John Pate down the backstretch. Scotty, oh, we've got a yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Lights are out. Green flag going to be coming out this time on turn number 4. Take 2 for heat race number 1. John Pate this time with a good sonar on the outside. Here comes Bryant back underneath, right back into the lead. John Pate battling back on the bottom now.
Catfishing.
Yes, sir. Ray Allen Kohanic working it in the bottom of 3 and 4. He takes over the second position from John Pate. Scotty McDonald goes by for third. John Pate now to the bottom of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4, trying to slide up and take the spot away from McDonald. Not going to happen. 2 laps in the book, 6 laps to go. Tommy Bryant still your leader. A good battle for that second spot. Manhandling that thing down the backstretch is Ray Allen Kohanic. Now Kohanic to the bottom of the racetrack. McDonald up top alongside the wall. watch Kohanic comes in. Well, he's going high this time. Comes in low, though. The car gets a good bite off the bottom of turn 4 and just shoots down the front stretch as we cross the halfway mark. 4 down, 4 to go.
I expect a lot of them throughout the night to start diming it off, trying to get their run, get to that tack off the bottom of turn 4 and launch it down the front straightaway.
That's right. Tommy Bryant right up against the wall, high, wide, and handsome, coming a complete lap, number 5. Kohanic looking real good in 1 and 2 right now, but about a straightaway advantage for Tommy Bryant. Sitting on top of heat race number 1. Kohanic in second spot. McDonald is third. John Pate fourth. Cody Stacy rounding him out in 5th. Should be coming a white flag this time by. 1 more lap to go for Tommy Bryant. Checkered flag is going to be in the air this time by the 28 machine. Tommy Bryant with the win. Last lap, slide job, not going to happen. Kohanic hangs on for second. McDonald going to have to settle for third. Brandy Haas, Harley White, lots of wing angle in that 24 machine. We'll see what's going on with that. Green flag's out, we're underway. Harley White with a good jump off the outside, going to lead the field down into turn 1, number 1. Look at Michael McNeil on the bottom of the racetrack.
Michael Neal with that brand new motor bloated up last night's heat race. Got it reloaded. We're 3 wide.
Haas gets snug. Lucas goes wide. McNeil takes over 2 spots.
Haas going to drive it in there.
Battling back on the bottom of the... Wow, that car got loose that time, Marcus. Snug on one end, loose on the other end. What are you going to do?
Oh, hold on to it.
Meanwhile, all this slicing and dicing, Harley White's got a straightaway advantage, so we've only got 2 laps complete.
Yeah, the 15 of Michael McNeil real tight as he enters in turn number 3. Has to whip it around and then hope he doesn't tail slap the wall.
Really, with the corners as tight like this, that's the driving style of one of these cars at a racetrack like this, where the corners are that tight. You just kind of got to get it in there a little snug and bring the butt around and hope she sticks. McNeil again getting loose on the exit of turn 2, nearly smacking the wall. Harley White still your leader with 5 down this time by. 3 laps to go. McNeil in second spot. Lucas is third. Haas in 4th, and Randy Allen rounds them out in 5th. Lucas jumps the cushion that time in turn 1.
Flirting with disaster.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think the Jacobs ladder's bent on that car after that smack on the warm-up lap. Should be coming to the white flag this time by for the young lady out of Oklahoma. Harley White sitting atop this one in heat race number 2. McNeil in second, Lucas in third, Haas is 4th, Randy Allen rounding him out in 5th. This time out of turn number 4, a face full of checkered flag for Harley White in the 17W. McNeil comes across the line in second. Third spot going to go to Jacob Lucas. And we'll wait for a little bit. And our number 4, Shannon Tankersley, J.J. Simmons, your front row. Caleb Martin, Dustin Gates. Row number 2, Jerry Cox. Row number 3, green flag is out. We are underway. Hey! It was a good start for Simmons off the outside. Tankersley slides all the way up the racetrack. Simmons threads the needle down the backstretch. Now, slide job number 1 for the evening from Shannon Tankersley. He'll take the lead back out of turn number 4. And lead lap number 1.
2 slide jobs, 1 lap.
Dustin Gates tries the same thing. Oh, Caleb Martin around in turn number 2. That's getting ready to retake the green here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Tankersley going to lead him to it. No passing before the cone, no going underneath it. Single file until we get to the flag stand. Green flag's out, we're back underway. Simmons with a good run off the bottom, not good enough though. Tankersley going to hang on to the lead. Simmons hangs on to that second spot. Now here comes Dustin Gates, the hot Louisiana hot shoe slide job into turn number 3. It sticks this time. Simmons battles back on the bottom of the racetrack. Retakes the out. Going to be 5 complete this time at the stripe for your leader, Shannon Tankersley, who is way out front right now. Half a lap advantage over second spot.
Shannon doesn't need much help, but he'll take whatever you want to give him.
That's right. J.J. Simmons and Dustin Gates just slicing and dicing, and he just pulls away. Putting a lap on Jerry Cox. Going to be coming to 2 to go this time by. Look at here. 3 of them right up against the wall out of turn number 4. White flag in the air for Shannon Tankersley. One more time around Cotton Bowl Speedway. The car screaming down the front stretch, Marcus. J.J. Simmons hanging on to that second spot. Gates is third. Caleb Martin in fourth. Coming through turn number 3 for the final time. Checkered flag gonna wave. Shannon Tankersley gonna take the win. Here we go. The battle's still on for second. Who's it gonna be the line? Gonna be J.J. Simmons second. Dustin Gates will be third. Caleb Martin fourth. Jerry Cox gonna round him out in 5th.
Lights are going out. Green, green, green. Eric Jones looking to take over the lead as they go down the back stretch. Jay Simon on the inside. Eric Jones going to lead them this time by. Still out front, the Eric Jones and the 84X, followed by the 14J, Jay Simon. Got the 48 of Dwayne Toyne, and the 44Z is Zach Spillman. The 77 there of Bill Sigmund. 17F of John Frederick, and the 22C of Dale Caswell. Oh, the 77 gonna go around. 17's gonna kiss him. Both of them managed to keep going. We stay green. Dwayne Toyne gonna drive it in hard. Slide up. Gonna get up to the cushion. Max on the gas and take over second from the 14J, Jay Simon. Still, the 84X of Eric Jones out front, followed by the 48 of Dwayne Toyne. 14J, Jay Simon, and the 44Z is Zach Spillman. And rounding out the top 5, the 17F of John Frederick. White flags out, 1 more to go for the 84X. Checker flags out. Your winner going to be the 84X of Eric Jones, followed by the 48 of Dwayne Toyne, the 14J, Jay Simon, the 44Z is Zach Spillman, and the 17F of John Frederick. Green flag, we're underway. Three wide for second. Cosper in the middle. Preem to the outside and Roller to the inside. Roller backs out, settles back there in 4th. Cosper now looking at sights on the 52 of AJ Dancers. We lead lap number 1. Here comes Andy Roller. Roller now to second. Roller looking to get underneath the 33C of Charles Cosper. They're side by side down the front stretch. Both of them drive it in. Look to the outside of the 52 of AJ Dancer. Still side by side for second. AJ Dancer just sitting there. Unbeknownst to him, the show is right behind him. Cross flags. Here comes the 33C of Charles Cosper. Cosper now leading them down into turn number 1. Cosper right through the middle of the track. Here comes the 52 of AJ Dancer back underneath, side by side for the lead. Dancer drives it in hard. Gets on the brakes, turns it left, still side by side with Cosper. 2 more laps to go. Cosper washes up just a little bit in turn number 2. White flags in the air, 1 more to go. Still neck and neck at the line. Through turn 3, now to 4, checker flags in the air. Your Shell Equipment Services Stock Car Heat Race winner, the 33C of Charles Cosper, followed by the 52 of AJ Dancer, the 63 of Andy Rolla, the V18 of Kenny Merritt, the 17D of Dean Preem, and the 4K of Ken Polanski. Green, green, green. Out front, the 22M of it. Gordon, your early leader, followed by the 30 of Brian Meredith. Here comes the 2 of Stewart. Still out front, 10 laps to go, 5 down, the 22 of Anthony Gordon. Second is the 30 now, is the 97, so move the 30. Brian Meredith, the second. Got a battle for third between the 9, Tommy Gruhl, and the 2 of Heath Stewart. Then the 97 of Jeff Sauté. Cross flags. Still, your best battle on the race track is the 30 of Brian Meredith and the 2 of Heath Stewart. Oh, there goes the 3 car. Caution is out. Green, green, green. Still a good battle for second between the 30 of Brian Meredith and the 2 of Heath Stewart. Still door to door for second. Meredith on the inside. Stewart on the outside. Give it to Stewart that time by. Laps to go for the 22M of Anthony Gordon. Stewart slides up just a little bit. Here comes the 30 of Meredith. White flags out. One more lap to go. Off into turn 3, now into turn 4. The checkered flag waves. Your winner, the 22M of Anthony Gordon. Second place battle. Gonna give it to the 2 of Heath Stewart, followed by the 30 of Brian Meredith, the 97 of Jeff Solte, and the 9 of Tommy Gruhl.
Lights are out, ladies and gentlemen. The field bunching up nose to tail. We're going to be smashing the loud pedal coming out of turn 4 this time. Green flag waves, and we are underway. Gene Burnett leads the field down in the turn number 1. Brandon Pruitt got a good run off the top side. Burnett and Grothues with a little bit of contact there. That's going to give Brandon Pruitt the lead coming into turn number 3. Burnett going to hang on to that second spot. We are 2 wide, about 3 rows deep right now. Pruitt leads the first lap. Burnett in second. Here comes Grothues on the bottom of turn number 2. Not going to happen this time around. Burnett with a good run off through the middle of the racetrack. Dives down to the bottom in turn number 3, looking to take the lead away from Brandon Pruitt. He'll do it coming out of turn 4. Burnett, no, Pruitt battles back on the high side to hang on to your top spot. 3 wide through turn number 2. That's a good battle for the lead right there with Brandon Pruitt still atop this thing. Gene Burnett once again with a good run down on the bottom of turn number 3. Got the lead this time around. He'll lead it at the stripe. Burnett leads lap number 3. We are 3 and 4 wide right behind that group, however, with Chris Birmingham, Taylor Florio, Don Painter, and Rusty Head. 4, 5, 6, and 7 right now on the racetrack. Here comes G.W. Egbert. G-Dub started way back in the field. About mid-pack, started 8th, and that's about where he is right now. G-Dub doing battle with Vince Loudon and about half the rest of the cars on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Tom Grothues has snuck around to take the lead. Grothues now sitting on top this race. Whoa! And Rusty Head. Rusty Head goes all the way around right in front of God and everybody.
Yeah, and it managed to get it going again. We stayed green.
We're going to stay green. 5 laps down, 15 to go. Tom Grothues still the man with the plan right now in the 11T machine. Burnett is second. Pruitt third. Taylor Florio up to fourth. Birmingham in fifth right now. And then it's George Egbert, excuse me, not George White, George Egbert in the 70 machine. In sixth position, Vince Loudon, G.W. Egbert, Don Painter, and the 551 of Gerald Henderson round out the top 10. We've got another car, slow. That's the OK machine of Thomas Bennett with some smoke out the rear. Never a good thing to see smoke coming into the back of your race car. He's going to park it down in the infield just inside that first row of tractor tires. Grothues still on top of it. Burnett in second. Those two have pulled away from the rest of the field. Brendan Pruitt is third. Birmingham fourth. Taylor Florio getting passed right now by G.W. Egbert for fifth. Florio back to sixth. She battles back on the high side of the racetrack. Looking really good. We got a yellow for the 13.
Throughout the week.
Is gone.
It's gone. It don't stay. Looks like we're getting ready to go. Lights are going out this time. Oh, he gave it the gas. We're going green.
Whoa! Wasted no time.
Yeah, Grothues got on it, but then got the brakes. Oh, it's 25 and Pruitt got real tight. He loses several spots.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is just how important a rewind. Wow!
Caution is out. Let's see when Grothues goes this time.
Making them wait a little bit longer into turn number 3.
Yeah, no braking, checking this time.
Yep.
Green flag's in the air. We're going to wait.
There we go. Another really good start for Tom Grothues in the 11T machine. But look right up to the top side of the racetrack, Marcus. Brandon Pruitt goes up top. Taylor Florio goes up top.
Florio had a good run, had to pedal it, put her in a 3 wide. Now we're 4 wide for fourth. And Pruitt, the unlucky benefactor of that 4 wide exchange.
Unfortunately for Jacob Pruitt, he goes backwards a little bit. George Egbert and G.W. Egbert, the men on the move right now. George Egbert in the 70 machine looking to the outside of Chris Birmingham as we come to cross flags. Marcus halfway there. That's a good battle between the Egberts on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, Daddy trying to show the younger son, hey, I might be your daddy, but I got some left in me. Oh, he crossed over 3 wide for third.
That was a bonsai move right there if I've ever seen one. G.W. Egbert finds the hole, has to turn right to go around Chris Birmingham. Now with a good run out of turn number 2, G-Dub looking to the outside for that third spot. Makes it happen coming out of 4. G.W. Egbert up to third. Birmingham back to fourth. Egbert now looking to the outside of Gene Burnett for second. Tom Grothues still your leader. 13 down and 7 to go. Here we go again in the turn number 1. Out of turn 2, G.W. Egbert with a really good run off the top side of the racetrack. Sneaks around Gene Burnett. Oh, Grothues very slow. Right through the middle of the corner. G.W. Egbert now trying Burnett not letting him take it away. Egbert with the move off the outside of coming into turn number 3. He'll take over that second spot. Grothieu still your leader. Burnett battles back on the bottom. Now it's going to get interesting with the lap car, the 19P of Patrick White. He's going to go wide in turn 4. Probably knows the leaders are behind him. Going to give him plenty of room. Grothieu will get around down the front stretch into turn number 1. Clean track ahead of him. We're going to be coming a 3 to go this time by GW Egbert looking to the outside of Grothieu. There's a little bit of moisture left on the bottom of 4. And Grothieu is there around the outside. G-Dub got the move.
G-Dub, the master of the drive, takes it to the front here in your lads, coin and jewelry, IMCA Sport Mod main event.
You know, the really cool thing I like about watching GW Egbert drive a race car, he's probably one of the most patiently aggressive people. He's patiently aggressive. That's the only way I can explain it. As we get 2 to go, about a lap and a half right now. Do you not agree with me, though? Bides his time, waits a couple laps, tries the inside, tries the outside, and eventually enough's enough as we come to the white flag. And you can see already almost a straightaway over Tom Grothieu.
And 2 laps.
Yeah. Down the backstretch for the final time in a turn number 3, coming in a turn 4. What's the leader? Marcus now the winner. Checkered flag, gonna wait for G-Dub. GW Egbert, hand out the window. Hand out the window. Green flag's out. We are underway. Mike McCarthy going to lead the field down in the turn number 1 from the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like Greg Dinsmore going to get around for second. Here comes McSpadden battling back on the outside. David Good Sr. looking to take over that 3rd spot. He's in 4th. They bunch up right behind Sr. Oh, and the 141 of Rob Sanderson goes around. That is going to be a caution. Caution on the racetrack. 1 lap in the books. Mike McCarthy sitting on top of this deal right now. Ray McSpadden and Greg Dinsmore right behind him. Green flag's out. We are under. Whoa! Well, lights are out. We should be getting the green flag this time out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Your Texas Land Restorations IMCA modified feature getting ready to go back green right about now. And Mike McCarthy fired out of a cannon out of the bottom of turn number 4. Got a good lead going down the front stretch. Look towards the back. PJ Egbert up around the outside of David Good Sr. and Lonell Jr. Lonell Timmons, excuse me. We are 4-5 wide nearly coming out of turn number 4. David Good Sr. all the way to the very bottom of the racetrack. Greg Dinsmore right behind him. 4 wide again out of turn number 2. Rob Sanderson, Greg Dinsmore, PJ Egbert, and Keith White going side by side by side by side. Everybody trying to make their way to the front of the feature with Big Mike McCarthy just on cruise control right now. David Good Sr., the first one of the guys sent to the back to make his way towards the middle of the pack. He is already back up to 6th position. Dinsmore right behind him in 7th. Excuse me, that's Jerry Frederick in the other 13 machine right now in 7th position. 202, Scott Stubbs working the very bottom of the racetrack. He's battling it out with Frederick. Dylan Pike getting into the mix as well. PJ Egbert goes top shelf in 3 and 4. Picks up 1, 2, 3 spots out of turn number 4. Looks like Jamie Campbell going to lose a power plant. That's going to give us another yellow. 15 to go in your Texas Land Restoration IMCA modified feature. Big Mike McCarthy still sitting on top of this thing. And I tell you what, Marcus, if you can still hear me, that was a heck of a restart that last time. Mike had him have a straightaway by the time we got to turn number 1. Catches him sleeping. The green is back out. Mike McCarthy been on the gas for about a half a lap already. Leads them back down into turn number 1. Donald Banker settling into that second position. Joe Spillman is in 4th. 3 wide at a turn number 2. Dylan Pike gets around David Good Sr. on the inside. James Cochran goes top shelf out of turn 4. 3 wide again. 2 rows deep down the front stretch into turn number 1. Dylan Pike now in 3rd spot. Diggers up to 4th. Joe Spillman 5th. PJ Egbert is 6th. And Keith White running 7th. David Goon Sr. 8th. Jerry Frederick 9th. Rob Sanderson in the 10th position. Keith White digging on the very bottom of the racetrack. Picks up 1, 2 spots. Trying to get around James Cochran and Dylan Pike. Here comes Egbert around the outside. Keith White down on the very, very, very bottom of the racetrack. With the line going into turn number 1. Gets underneath Dylan Pike. Takes over that 3rd spot. Here comes Egbert down the backstretch. Mike McCarthy is just about gone at this point with 9 in the books and 11 to go. Donald Banker got a good run going, hanging on to that 2nd position. Keith White 3rd, Dylan Pike 4th. Looks like Egbert having a little bit of trouble there in the 5th position. The car does not want to stay glued down to the bottom, and that's the fast way around right now. Keith White now gets around Donald Banker for a 2nd spot. Going into turn number 1. Banker back to 3rd. Pike is 4th. PJ Egbert on the top shelf. Now, the long process begins to run down Mike McCarthy for Captain America. Keith White in the 1 machine. We got a yellow on the racetrack. Yellow on the racetrack. No passing until we get to the big orange tire at the bottom of turn number 3. Where's it gonna be? Slow through turn number 3. Mike McCarthy on the throttle. We are back underway. Another good restart for Big Mike in the 20 machine. Keith White right there on the bottom of the racetrack out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch. McCarthy pulling him down the backside of the speedway. Keith White going to really drive it in deep in turn 3 to try to close that gap and get a good exit on the way out. We are 3 wide coming into turn number 4. Dylan Pike now glued to the bottom of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. PJ Egbert gets around Banker as well. Egbert up to 4th, Banker back to 5th. It's still Big Mike McCarthy with 14 down and 6 to go. Here comes PJ Egbert, sneaks around Dylan Pike going into turn number 1. The car goes way up the racetrack. Not the entrance that PJ needed. Pike gets back around down the backside. Egbert's car very tight on entry. The car just goes straight to the wall. If he comes in with too much steam, gets it woed up that time as Nathan Lavender gives him 5 to go. Going to be 4 this time at the stripe. 16 laps in the books. PJ Egbert trying everything he's got to get around the 6-star of Dylan Pike. Same thing up front for the lead. Keith White hustling, trying to get around Big Mike McCarthy. McCarthy just got a much better exit out of the corners and can get the power down much, much sooner than Keith. Left front wheel in the air this time through turns 3 and 4. Mike McCarthy going to be coming there. 2 to go. Back down on the very bottom in turns 1 and 2. You see right there, Mike McCarthy just on the power way sooner than Keith White. Gets a good exit out of turn 2. PJ Egbert has finally gotten around Dylan Pike for that third spot. Oh, Lord. Man. All right, white flags waving. Mike McCarthy on the bottom. Keith White trying the top side. Checkered flag in the air. Mike McCarthy with the win. Keith White going to take the second spot. PJ Egbert going to salvage a podium on third. The ASCS Gulf South Region Sprint Cars, we are green! Shannon Tankersley immediately topside out of turn number 1. McDonald on the bottom of the racetrack takes the lead down the backstretch. Tankersley battles up top in turn number 3. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Off the high side, Shannon Tankersley! Woo! Down to the bottom in turn number 1. Going to have the lead coming out of turn 2. McDonald in second. Kohanic is third. McNeil in fourth. Jacob Lucas passes Tommy Bryant on the outside. Shannon Tankersley leads lap number 2. Still Scotty McDonald in second spot. Kohanic still third. McNeil still fourth. Lucas top shelf takes that 5th spot. Bryant back to 6th. Simmons in 7th. Martin is 8th. Gates is 9th. And Zane Lawrence from the back to 10th. Harry Arrington's night is done. Looks like down around the bottom of the racetrack, that is the 11 of Jerry Cox. His fun meter has pegged early as well. Meanwhile, 4 laps in the books, 21 to go. The 14 of Shannon Tankersley still out front. Scotty McDonald still in second. Gary Allen Kohanic is still in third. 4th spot belongs to Michael McNeil. And the 5th spot now belongs to the 28 of Tommy Bryant. Looks like the bottom side the way to go in turns 1 and 2. However, it's a different story on the north end of the racetrack. 3 and 4 right up against the wall. Your leader, Shannon Tankersley. McDonald and Ray Allen Kohanic got a battle of the lines going on right now. Kohanic trying to get up there and take that 2nd spot away. Tankersley still your leader after 7 laps in the books and 19 to go. Give me 18 to go. McDonald right down to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Kohanic right there behind him. McNeil still in 4th. Tommy Bryant, Jacob Lucas got a good battle going on for 5th. Your leader starting to approach lap traffic as we've got 8 laps in the books, about to be 9 this time at the line. Looks like the first car to go a lap down, going to be the 24 of Randy Haas. Randy Allen also about to fall victim to Shannon Tankersley here in just a few moments. Tankersley running exactly right up against the wall. Here we go. Tankersley picks up two lap cars right there, just like that. Now got to get around the 48 machine of Cody Stacy out of Port Lavaca, Texas. Stacy down to the bottom of the racetrack, gives your leader plenty of room. Tankersley going to make the move around the outside of the racetrack. Gets the spot going down the front stretch into turn number 1. 2nd spot, still Scotty McDonald. 3rd spot, still Ray Allen Kohanic. 4th spot is now Tommy Bryant. He's making his way up through the field in the 28 Sawblade.com sponsored entry. Michael McNeil in 5th spot as we cross the halfway mark. 11 down, 12 down, and 13 to go. Here we come one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Your leader, still Shannon Tankersley in the 14. Scotty McDonald, second place car, a straightaway behind. Third spot, still Kohanic. But Tommy Bryant sneaks through the middle of the racetrack. Bryant up to third. Kohanic right around the outside. Tommy Bryant making that 28 machine do some work tonight here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Taking over that third spot from Ray Allen Kohanic, trying to gain some momentum in the points chase for the ASCS Gulf South Region Championship. Fourth spot now belongs to, Kohanic is broke. Ray Allen Kohanic slow off the top side of the racetrack. That's going to give us a yellow. Yellow will come out. Yellow will come out. Ray Allen Kohanic. 11 more laps. That's kind of pathetic. I said Cotton Bowl Speedway, are you ready for 11 more laps? Much better. The lights are out. We're about to get this thing back underway. Shannon Tankersley, Scotty McDonald, Tommy Bryant, Jacob Lucas, Michael McNeil, your top 5. 14 down, 11 laps to go. Green flag gonna come out right about now. A great restart for Scotty McDonald on the top side of turn number 2, but Tankersley with a good run off the bottom. Gonna lead the field into turn 3. The tires are a little bit cold. You see the car searching for grip, sliding up the racetrack. Jacob Lucas goes to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get around Tommy Bryant. The momentum is just much better, but look at the drive that Lucas gets off the bottom. Down to the bottom again in turn number 3. Jacob Lucas trying to charge towards the front. Got a third spot last night. He's got third spot right now. Lucas once again just puts the power down coming out of turn number 2. Rockets around the 28 machine of Tommy Bryant. Tankersley, your leader, with 7 laps to go. 18 in the books right now. Scotty McDonald in second spot. Jacob Lucas is third. Bryant fourth, and Lawrence rounds out the top 5. Scotty McDonald really sticking to that top side. It looks like the race car likes it up there, but Shannon Tankersley just stretching the lead out lap after lap after lap after lap as we come to 5 to go. Bryant has gotten back around the 57 of Jacob Lucas. Lucas may have eaten up the tire a little bit too quickly. Mistake, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot the scoreboard was wrong. This one makes 5 to go. 20 laps in the books. 5 more times around Cotton Bowl Speedway. Shannon Tankersley closer and closer and closer to that wall with 4 more laps to go. Scotty McDonald still in second. The action is for third spot. Jacob Lucas on the bottom. Watch right here. Rocket ship off the bottom of the racetrack. Drags around Harley White with a right rear flat tire. Tankersley back down to the bottom, gets another lap on Brandy Haas. 3 laps remaining in your feature. This time we're going to be coming to 2 to go. Tankersley once again top shelf in turns 3 and 4. 2 to go for your leader. Scotty McDonald still in second. Third spot, still Tommy Bryant. Fourth spot, Jacob Lucas. Fifth spot, Zane Lawrence. Then it's McNeil, Simmons, Gates, Martin, Paige, and Cody Stacy. There's the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Shannon Tankersley. Cody Stacy running the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Tankersley has to check up. Got plenty of time. 1 more set of corners. Was the leader. Now the winner, Shannon Tankersley. McDonald in second. Bryant is third. Lucas is fourth. Fifth spot gonna go to Zane Lawrence.
Throttles are picking up. Green, green, green. We're underway. AJ Dancer going to lead them lap number 1. Still, AJ Dancer followed by the 14, JJ Simon. Here comes the 48 of Dwayne Toyne. 84 Eric Jones, 63 of Andy Roller, and 33C of Charles Cosper. Dwayne Toyne and the 84X Eric Jones getting by the 14 J.S. Simon. Simon's going to slide up, open the door for 33C and the 63. Still, the 52 of AJ Dancer out front, hugging the inside. 48 of Dwayne Toyne. Eric Jones looking to try to do something with the 48 car. Eric looking to go to the outside, maybe try to find some momentum out there. Here comes the 33C of Charles Cosper, and out of the inside of the 84 Erics. Cross flag, 7 down, 8 to go. Dwayne Toyne gets up off the bottom. Here comes the 33C of Cosper. Cosper to the inside, 3 wide for second. AJ Dancer about a car and a half, 2 car lengths over the 33C of Cosper. 84 Eric Jones trying to take advantage of that outside on the 48 of Dwayne Toyne. And the 63 of Roller back there in 5th. Charles Cosper right there behind the 52 of AJ Dancer. Dancer smooth and collective right now. Cosper looking to the outside. AJ Dancer still holding him off. Coming to 3 to go. Gonna get the 2 to go signal this time by Eric Jones looking underneath the 33C of Charles Cosper for second. White flags in the air. One more lap to go. Dancer gets hot and heavy. Here comes the 84X of Eric Jones, side by side going into turn number 1. Cosper, Jones, both by Dancer. They're side by side down the backstretch. Cosper leads them into turn number 3. Off the turn number 4, checkered flags in the air. Give it to the 33C at Cosper, followed by the 52 of Dancer. Jones, Toyne,